Hi everyone, I am Anju. Welcome to my channel Excel Made Easy. As an Excel user, you might be working with filter option quite often, and sometimes you might be struggling in getting the desired result. In today's video, we will be understanding how filter, advanced filter and filter functions can be used in Excel. Let's go. To show you filter options, I am using city summary sheet as an example. Right now, the data does not have the filter options applied onto it. So I am selecting the data and then Control Shift L to apply filter on this data. Now, each drop down on the column is identifying the heading and the data inside it. So you can notice whatever type of data is there in this particular column, it is listed here, and currently it's all selected. So that means you are able to see all the records. And there is a text filter option here where you can apply different filters on a text type of data. Similarly, had it been a numeric data, for example, units, in units you will be seeing number filters because in numbers you will be able to compare greater than, less than, above average, top 10, top 5. So that kind of operations can be applied onto it. Now what if data looks like numeric, you take it as a numeric, but you're not able to see number filters on it. Let's say code. When I select code, I see text filters here, not numeric. Reason is very simple, because these codes are actually stored as text type of data, not as numbers. So that's why you are able to see the text filters on this. So that means on a text data, you can see the text filters, but on a numeric data also, if you see a text filters, or on a date type of data also you see a text filter, it means your data is not stored correctly. First, you have to store it in a correct form. Then only you will be able to get the right filter results on it. Right? So this is one problem sometimes you might be experiencing. So you have to first correct the data. Now let us try seeing applying the filters, how the results are calculated. So first, let's say I want to see the result for North region data. So I can go to the region drop down, deselect everything and select only North. So when I apply this filter, I can see only the North region data is displayed here. And there is an indication also on which column filter is being applied. You can see a change in the icon here. So it shows that there is a filter applicable on the particular column. And another indication is given to you by changing the color of the rows. They are coming in blue color right now, which indicates that some of the rows are hidden in between, and you are seeing only the required data, which is filtered. Sometimes you may be applying filter on multiple columns. So let's say I want to see North region data, but only those orders which are more than 5. So I can go to orders and then deselect everything. But here it will be difficult to select, 5. So I don't do the filter on this. I can go to the number filters. Then I can give a condition here. So depending upon your condition, you will choose either of the option, either check boxes or go to the filters and then give your condition. So I say greater than 5 is the condition for orders. Click on OK. And now you can notice it shows only the North region data with orders greater than 5. So do we have data where orders are greater than 5 for other regions also, but I don't see them? Reason, when you apply multiple column filter, it is internally joined with the condition and. It means first condition and second condition, both are true, only those records are displayed to you. So if you are not aware of and or how they work, let me just show you a table of conditions, how they work. So I am assuming that we are working with two conditions right now. So if condition 1 is true, condition 2 is true, then in case of and, the outcome will be true. That means you will be able to get the result where both the conditions are true. When both the conditions are true, even you will get the result in or also. If condition 1 is true, but condition 2 is false, then in that case, when joining the two conditions, and outcome will be false. That means and will not give you the result in this case, but or will still give you the result because at least one of the conditions stands true. Same is the case with the third situation. where condition 1 was false, condition 2 was true, and will not give you the result, or is going to give you the result. And what if both the conditions are false? You don't get any result in either of the case. So actually, when you look at the city summary and these two conditions are applied in autofilter, internally they are joined with and. We are not doing it explicitly, but this is how your autofilter works. Now, the problem is if I wanted to join the two conditions with or, that means either this condition of region or the condition of order is fulfilled, then get me the data. Then that is not possible with autofilter. So how do we go about it? I am removing the filters from this data by using Control Shift L again because it's a toggle. The filter is removed and the data comes back. So we will be working with advanced filter feature to get the data where all conditions can be applied. This feature is available for all the Excel version. That means from the previous version, older versions to the latest version, advanced filters can be applied. So let us first look at the advanced filter, how it works on the data. So advanced filter option you will be able to find from the data tab. You can notice where filter and sort options are there. There is one advanced filter also. But before we start working on this feature, we have to actually prepare something in our worksheet. What is that? In case of autofilter, we were able to give the condition directly in the original data place, but it does not happen so in case of advanced filter. So what we will do, we will copy the headings and we place it in some unused area of our worksheet. So currently I am placing it just next to my data to show you it in one screen only. And this is the place where I will be giving my conditions. And just below somewhere I am copying it again because this is the place where I will be able to see the outcome, the result. So that is the advantage of advanced filter, that you can copy the result onto some other location. There is a flexibility to do so. So our worksheet is prepared and let us start working with the advanced filter. So the first thing is we will be giving the criteria. And as per my previous case, I can give you the same example here also. I had given north just below the region field, and just below the orders we can give greater than equal to 5. So that's how I have given the condition. And this is a requirement that there should not be a blank row in between. So just below the headings, you should write your conditions. So I have written the two conditions, and let's see how advanced filter is going to give us the result. So for this, I am going to advanced. First of all, action has to be specified. Since I plan to copy it from another location, so I select this option, copy to another location. List range will be, I can choose the list range from here. Just ensure that you select the right range. Okay. And then criteria range is the place where we have given the conditions. So I just move it here. This is the place. So I select starting from the heading till the last condition which we give. And then copy to location is the place where we are expecting the result. So this is the place. I'm selecting the heading cells here. Okay, there is one more advantage with this. Had there been any duplicacy in your data, you can control that by selecting unique records only. It's not my requirement right now, so I just leave it unchecked. I click on OK, and now you can notice the result. Okay, so I'm just increasing the width of my column, and now you can see the result. Okay, so this is the same result which we got in autofilter also. As such, there is no difference. Then why do we use advanced filter? So I take another situation now where advanced filter can be really helpful. Do you remember we were talking about what if I want both, either of the conditions true? So in that case, I will write the condition in a slightly different way. The second condition, I don't write in the same row. Rather, I write it in a consecutive row. Just below the first condition, I am writing my second condition. And let us reapply the filter. So we are going to advanced. List range remains the same. Action will be copied to another location. But this time my criteria range will be different because one more row has been added. So I am selecting this much, and copy to also remains the same. So I click on OK. And now you can notice there's a difference in the result. What is the difference? Let's look at one of the data. Greater than equal to 5 means even order 5 are also included in this. So you can notice this is a central region data, but this is also coming in the result because at least one of the condition is true. In case of north, these records are also coming because at least one of the condition is true, that is north, although this order condition is not true. Here both the conditions are true, so this is also coming. But there is some record, if you can notice, which is south and orders. That means none of the condition is true. So that record is not listed here. So you can notice this way of writing the condition is actually joining the two conditions with or. So here the conditions are read as region is equal to north or orders are greater than equal to 5. So that's how advanced filter is going to work, where you have some complex set of conditions to be used, which cannot be given in the auto filter option. You can easily use that in the advanced filter. So that's how you can get the result. And this data can be utilized for your further reporting. So that's one of the example where advanced filter can be helpful. And as I told you earlier, that this feature is available in all the versions of Excel. Now I will show you one example of filter function. This has been included as a dynamic array function from Excel 2021 onwards. So it's available in the later versions and Excel 365. So how we use it? So advantage of using Excel filter function is that we can copy the data onto another location, plus it remains dynamic. That means if we are adding more rows to this data later on, then the result also changes subsequently. You know what was the limitation with the auto filter? If you change the original data, suppose you want to work with the original data again, then every time you have to remove or reapply the filter. So it's a manual work which you have to keep on doing. But if we use filter function, in that case you have to just write this function once, and later on if no more editing is required, it's fine. But if records are created and then some editing is happening in the data, then that result gets updated automatically. So let us take an example. I'm doing it on a different sheet where we have these conditions so that you can also visualize how the conditions are working. So I am using this cell where this point onwards the result will be created. So I say equal to filter open bracket. What is the first argument? That is the array, which is here in the city summary sheet. I select whole columns as the array range reason. I am expecting more records will be added in future. So it should automatically be a part of my filter function. That's why I'm selecting the whole column, comma. Then second argument is include. That means the conditions that we want to give. If we want to write multiple condition, each condition will be enclosed in a bracket. So I open a bracket for the first condition. First condition is on region, that is B column, is equal to, in double quotes I'm writing north because it's a text value, so it goes in double quotes. The condition is complete. I close a bracket. If I am looking for AND situation, then I will put a multiply symbol for AND, okay, and start with the second condition, which is for orders in D column. So D is greater than equal to 5. This condition is complete, close bracket. And there is a third argument. What if none of the condition matches? Then what would you want in the result? So I write that in double quotes, record not found. This should come as a result if none of the condition is matched. And I'm closing the bracket for filter. This is complete. Click, I press enter here. And you can notice that only 2 records are returned in the result because AND was used to combine the 2 conditions. So where both the conditions were satisfied, only those records were returned. Now, what if I change this AND, which was the multiply symbol, that is asterisk symbol, with plus? So when I write plus, that becomes or, and let's see the difference in the result. So this is where the result is coming. Okay, so here at least one of the condition is satisfied. Those records are also returned. So what is the advantage of using this filter function? First of all, it's dynamic. That means if there is any change in the source data, then this will automatically get updated. Let us take the example here. In the city summary sheet, let's say one of the record, that is South Chennai. Currently, the order status is 2, and I'm changing it to 6. So when I change it, do we notice Chennai getting added here in the result? Which is not the case when I use advanced filter options. So that's the advantage of using filter function, that it is dynamically picking up your data every time it recalculates and gives you the result. To understand it better, I'm showing you one screenshot for how the filter option, which is normally available as auto filter or advanced filter, and the filter function, how they work. So this filter option is basically it's a manual process. Every time you have to apply the filter whenever there is a change in the data. In case of filter function, it is dynamically calculating the data and then gives you the updated result. So those are some common differences which makes it beneficial. Although the limitation is you will be able to use it only if you're working on the latest version of Excel. Till then, maybe advanced filter is the solution for you, where we had already applied it. This works in every version of Excel. Please like if you found this video helpful to you. See you in the next video.